Alright, this is a change in venue. Thought I would record as I'm going to one of my meetings, because didn't get much done today, because let me just fix my shoe. I didn't get much done today because I had a client early in the morning and I had trouble getting up. Had the alarm for 7, but I wanted to wash my hair, which I did, but I only do it like once a week, so I thought I would do that, and I knew I'd be late. And this client's okay, so I did that, but I was tired when I got home, and I was like, so I'm gonna have something in my shoe. So I stayed in bed, I was watching Netflix again, and I had to do stuff for taxes for employees, and till now I couldn't do it. My head hurts and I'm pushing myself to go to the meeting. Now, I know I already did the video saying how I show these therapies are very helpful to me, but of them, it's the one I don't like really. I'm going because it's something for me to get out to do. The person in charge is a social worker. It's a gay men's group, but it's awkward for me, and it's dealing more with people getting out of the closet and stuff like that. So it's people coming for their different reasons. It's not exactly my reason. It might be, but at this point in time it's not. But is this filming? Okay. But the guy in charge, it really triggers me. And we had to do an evaluation, an anonymous evaluation. I'm pretty indifferent to the class. I go because I said I would go. And that's pretty much it. So I hold my end of the deal, but I don't put more effort into it. But I do work on myself aside from that. So it kind of puts the structure in it. But the guy in charge, I mean, his sense of humor is terrible. I think it's a typical French sense of humor, not a Quebec French, but a France French, which is similar to English from England. These sense of humors, they're very sarcastic, and I don't know, it triggers me a lot. It's like I'm not asking him, I don't like the guy in charge because of that, but I'm going for the group, for myself, to be in a group setting, if that makes sense. So, let's see, I'm gonna cover up. This is the first time I brought this camera out in a long time. So I finally got another video up this morning. If you saw there was a delay, it's because I've had trouble uploading one of the videos 2 videos ago. And I think I mentioned in the last video that it would have been a sense of me not stopping, but it was a sense of frustration. And it's not the first time it happens. So I have to make sure I don't overreact to that and just get back on the horse and keep going. So what I ended up doing after restarting the computer, restarting the modem, etc., etc., I downloaded Chrome. It was a pretty long video, maybe that didn't help either, but I was also Googling how to fix something when it's stuck at 95%. Sometimes it's stuck at 0%. And there's little tricks around it, but basically what kind of helped, besides getting new bandwidth, which I'm not going to do right now, is Chrome. I downloaded Chrome and then I just kind of did it like that. So that's kind of what I did. So I hope you could see me. Oh yeah, it's got this orange color so you can see me in the dark type thing. So that's cool. So I decided to take this with me because of the state I'm in right now. I was okay on the way home from my client. I got home right around noon or 11:30, even though I was tired. I was in the mindset of I've only started trying to parent myself, talk to myself like my mother should have or my father should have, or the way I would talk to someone. And it seemed to work. It was kind of cool. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, only because when I try something out, it's normal. You try things out. You might like it initially, then initially it might not work, and then you put it away. Then maybe you'll try it a year from now or something. So I don't have a definite answer on it. But right now, I have a headache, which could be from caffeine withdrawal because of the pre-workout that I take. And if I miss a day, it could be that. It could be the waking up with the alarm today. It could be a combination of things. But that's not the issue. The issue is to not overreact and to not punish myself for it. That's the key, for me at least. So, and people leave their windows open on the first floor and you can see everything. My window's open, but I'm on the 10th floor. So, I would have to talk with myself now and say, look, I know you didn't get your accounting work done. I know you were feeling bad. You have to do it though. So let's try to do it, okay? When you get home, let's try to at least start it. And let's see how it goes tomorrow too. That sounds something how I would say to someone else. And it doesn't trigger me. It feels very good. I'm at this point now that it doesn't feel like crap. Because what I would usually say is, I don't even know if I'd even say, it would just go right to you can't do shit. And I don't want to face it, I'll do something else. So I think it's good that at least I'm saying, okay, it has to be done. I need to do it. The deadline's coming soon. And I don't know if the accountant's going to be able to do it on time. Because I haven't sent it to him yet. Because I had to do more work than expected. So, but you have to keep going. So, this is where I'm going. It's not where I'm going, it's where I'm walking. I'm not even close to where I'm going yet. So, it's about a 30-minute walk, maybe 25. I'm taking a little shortcut through kind of park. So, this is kind of the projects in Montreal, if you want to call it that, if we have projects, or co-ops, or low-income housing. So, pretty close to where I live. So I'm fighting the headache. When I'm at that group, I'm usually not 100% at all. It could be for various reasons. Or it could also be that you know you're going to a group, so you want to make it purposefully that you're in a crappy mood. No, I don't think that's it. So, and I have my psychologist appointment tomorrow at 11. I might go to the gym after that. Sometimes I'll take 2 days off from the gym. Today I took off. But I have to go meet with the guy who's taking over one of my businesses on the weekend. We didn't set a date, but he sent me a text that he wants to meet. So I might go tomorrow to the gym, and then I'll have the weekend to play with in case he gives a time that would normally be in my gym time, so I could accommodate him, because he's cool. Of anything in the business, he's the coolest, and he's taking him all over. And I think that he's a great worker, but he's obviously been pushed by the CEO, which I think is disgusting. But that's all I know. We didn't go deeply into that, but it's something that's not quite right. So, I think I mentioned this on the last video, that I don't share these videos on Facebook groups or anything, because they don't allow it. So how do you distribute videos to get people to see, without them thinking that it's just shameless self-promotion? It's a catch-22. Yeah, you want the YouTube channel to grow. You want to create a community. I might actually open up an Instagram and a Facebook of Taking Back Your Life. There's already one that I'm a member of, Take Back Your Life One Day at a Time. I only posted once or twice, and they actually let me post. It just didn't seem to have much activity, but I might post some videos there. They never took it down, and I think one of the moderators died last year. I wasn't really too involved in it. It's hard for me to be involved in these groups. I don't know where to start, That's me in relationships. But for some reason, after I said that, I decided to look up some more, mental health groups or something of the sort. And there was a few that I decided to join, and they would approve or not. And I was pretty, I said I have one of them said, why are you joining? And so I said I have a video log that I'd like to, post or whatever. So I don't know. I'm going to test it out, see if they let me do it. I don't know how much I can interact. For the main reason, it's a lot of time to interact with all these groups. It's a lot of interaction. I'd like to be able to just post and see what happens, but I can see that could be coming off as spammy. Now the thing is, the logical thing would be just keep going until one group accepts you. But me, it would be like, oh, this sucks, and then stop doing it. Some groups have what their rules are, you know. But there could be a group that will accept it, and you could post, which is what happened on some of the exercise groups for my fitness channel. So I just did it as an experiment, and I kind of do it every now and then. I kind of test it. So now I have to kind of go back and see which ones accepted it, and maybe try to interact. It's all part of the social media thing. You really gotta be involved in a lot of things, and it's very time consuming. But that's what I asked for. So as it kind of gets better, I kind of get more confidence in it, and I do more. But then it gets to a point where I get overwhelmed. Naturally so. The logical thing is to just kind of cut back a bit and then go back, you know? But then I'm not logical in that respect. I react with my emotions, and I get very overwhelmed and frustrated. Then I stop. So, lots of puddles. That's why I'm walking around. This one here. So I gotta go here on the snow. Well, at least it's a mild day. It's not cold. So as you can see, I'm still wearing my runners. I didn't buy boots yet. Although I did look in Winners for some boots because I was there. There was nothing. So I'm pretty patient now. I'm not in a rush. I've calmed down from that. So I'm going to cross on the red. Now it's green. So I have to look into the groups that approved me for mental health, see if I could post some videos up there. Get people to come and conversate. That's not a word. To converse. See how that goes. And then maybe start my own group. The trick is to not get myself overwhelmed. Because I get the ideas, and then I spread myself too thinly, and then nothing happens. So this is where I tell myself, you're doing great right now. You've started concentrating a lot more on your Instagram. You've been picking it up. You're conversing with people on it. And your YouTube channel is starting to get engagement, and you're getting on a little routine with that. So just keep with that and just add the next step and the next step. But don't go from 0 to 100. You'll be fine. Just do it one step at a time, and it'll grow. That's what I should be saying to myself. And then I should be replying to myself, yeah, you're right, mom or dad, or I haven't figured out what to call myself, talking to me like that. It's true. Like if it's a client telling me stuff like that, that's how I answer, you know? But when it's my stuff, it's completely unrational or irrational, you know? So, you have to kind of have an out-of-body experience and see yourself as the child. And, you know, just direct them. That's what I'm doing right now. It seems very doable for me at this point in time. Can I say like, oh wow, I feel a lot better? No. But it does, it helps. It's like I'm talking to someone. Yeah, talking to someone who's listening. I'm listening to myself. I'm listening to my problems. At the pot. Oh, yep. Didn't see that guy behind me. So, well, I still didn't see the smoking pot because this hood hides everything. I just smelt it. It's Canada. Pot's legal now at certain locations. So that's it. I'm gonna tell my like when I go to my psychologist tomorrow, it'll be 3 weeks I haven't seen him because not for ill intentions, but it's been for various reasons. It just didn't work out. So it hasn't affected me really. I'm still working on myself. I don't feel abandoned that I couldn't stick with an appointment with him for whatever reason. So that's good. We're still not in the crux of working on things. I mean, it comes to the point where I go there and it's like, okay, how are you arriving today? How are you coming to see me today? Meaning, what state of mind? What's on your mind? How do you feel? And then we kind of go in depth with that. That's probably how we're going to take it for now. So, I can't really think about what to say tomorrow because it will only matter on the spur of the moment how I feel when I get there. So I'll have to listen to my feelings in the present moment, which is sometimes difficult for me to do. Sometimes I need to process it afterwards. So I don't need to think about it. I should stop. Let's see, where are we? Is this the street? No, the next couple of streets. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to get run over, so I'm gonna kind of like concentrate on going to the group. That's kind of all I wanted to say. Get off my chest. Yeah, that's about it. I will talk to you tomorrow. I might be doing like a twice a day with the intention before before my uploads wouldn't work, I was trying to do a 2 a day. But it's not a bad thing if I don't do the 2 a day. It makes 1 a day seem easier to do. And I don't want these to be forced. So I will maybe talk to you tomorrow morning, or maybe not, maybe tomorrow afternoon. We'll see how it goes. Just pick up the camera and shoot.